Hey, my Jujubes! Welcome back to the channel. How are you guys doing today, this week, this month? I have been MIA. Please charge it to my head, not my heart, because I missed y'all, but I just been in the wind, okay? So please, please, please forgive me for my absence. I will be trying to be more diligent about recording on a daily basis. My hair is growing back. I can't figure out if I want to keep the hair, lose the hair. I don't know yet. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If you are new to my channel, please, please, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe so that I can get to those 100 followers that I am, or subscribers, not followers, I'm sorry, supporters, so that I can get there. Today I have, of course, a seafood boil. I've been eating off camera, of course, but I'm here. I did get this from Cincy Seafood over here by where I live. And so I just got a combo. So it comes with shrimp, sausage, corn, potatoes, snow crab, and I did add an egg, just one. And then I just have lemonade here to drink. So how are you guys doing on this Friday evening? I am great. Okay. I told myself that I was going to choose my mood, and I was not going to let anybody alter what I chose. So today I choose to be happy, and that is, sorry y'all, and that is what I'm going to do. I'm choosing to be happy. So happy is what I will be. Please excuse any background noise. Sorry, I got my throwaway bag down there. I was trying to make sure. So, I don't really have no topic today. I'm just kind of going to catch up, see how you guys are doing. I was on vacation for 6 weeks, and I went back to work. I actually just went back to work Monday, I think. Was it Monday? No, I'm lying. I've been back to work now for 2 weeks, and I'm going on a little vacation again. At the end of next week for another week and a few days, and then I will be back. I didn't even really do anything when I was on vacation, though. I was just a pepper at home, enjoying being off, which makes me feel like I need to start like a business, because I like to be on my own schedule. This is sausage. Let me take a picture. See if it. Sorry, that was my thumbnail. But being off that long allowed me to be able to come and go as I please, you know, sleep in, stay up late, handle whatever type of business I wanted to get done during the day. It just made me feel like, oh, I need to invest in myself and figure out how I can start myself a business so I'm always on my own time. Because being on somebody else's time just irks me. Having to wake up in the morning, be to work at a certain time, like, just miss me with that. And just let me let me do whatever it is that I'm gonna do. But I don't really know exactly what it is that I want to do as far as business is concerned. I just know that I would prefer to work for me than to work for somebody else. But that'll be something that will be planned down the road. This is my potato volcano. It just has sausage, snow crab, shrimp, and sausage, snow crab, and potato. So hopefully before anything changes, not anything changes, but I can have the opportunity before I leave this earth to have my own business. Kenny, can you turn that down? Because the joy, and even when it comes to being a mom, like being able to be available to her however she needs me to be available to her. When you got a job, you got a 9 to 5, or you punching the clock somewhere and you don't own the business or schedule the time. You can't be available like that. And I want to be, Don't get me wrong. If she has like a program or some type of recital or award ceremony, I'm making it there. But I want to be in a position to where I made the schedule and it don't conflict with my money. So one day I'm claiming that I'm going to be a business owner. That I am claiming. I did get some really good feedback on one of my videos. I had tried some Indian food, and of course I don't know necessarily the culture that well. So I was asking, what kind of things I can order, and they definitely let me know what I should eat and shouldn't eat, even how I should eat it. So my next video that I do is going to be of some Indian food, and I'm going to try out, the suggestions that they put on there for me, so I can keep it as authentic as possible. So I have 2 scenarios, right? I wish you guys would give me some topics so I can answer them on here, or like a Q&A, something, because sometimes I be bored. I don't really have too much conversation. Or I feel like I'll be boring y'all with my daily things. But the first scenario is somebody asks, I'm in a book club, and they posted in there like, how come people are not married, like not married, or maybe they might have said something along the lines like, how come marriages don't last like our grandparents' marriages were? How come people ain't married like our grandparents were? Something along those lines. Basically, why don't relationships last long like they did when our grandparents were you know, in relationships or when they were married, because, you know, our grandparents, they was getting married. And of course, everybody had, look at that. Look at all that meat. I ain't eating that little squiggly thing right there, though, y'all. But that's that claw meat. Of course, everybody had a different opinion, which, I mean, we expect it to be that way. Some people's answer was pretty simple, you know, like, because we ain't our grandparents. That was what they answered. But then you had some people who went into depth and kind of gave, you know, examples of what our grandparents was putting up with, our grandmothers in particular, and what we will tolerate as millennials or whatever you want to call us. So I'm 35. Let me go ahead and put that out there. No problem, no shame in my game. But so people my age basically is what they were saying. Like, why aren't we staying married like our grandparents? So I'm going to say how I feel. Let me give my opinion. I think that relationships are different, and not necessarily that we're not staying together like our grandparents are, but relationships are so different now because you are that was a bit light. But I think that relationships are so different now because the mom or the woman in the relationship, she can do more. She's not just staying at home taking care of the kids. She's working, going to school, you know, trying to better herself. Some women have businesses that they own. So it's different than back in the day, because back in the day, our grandparents, the mom or my grandma, she wasn't working. You know, she didn't have no job. Her job was to be at home, take care of the kids, take care of the household, make sure Leroy had his lunch and breakfast and dinner, you know, make sure that his clothes and stuff was clean and washed for him to go to work, and socks was hung up on the line out back. You know, that's what her job was. And in return, Leroy was the provider. He went to work, came home, paid all the bills, and that's how they was living. Now, in all honesty, of course, I'm sure there were some situations that us 80s babies wasn't dealing with. You know, where Leroy had a whole nother family down the street and you act like you didn't know nothing about it. We ain't doing that. Or, you know, we want to have a say-so. Back then, you didn't really have no say-so because you wasn't paying no bills, so there was nothing for you to say. You was being a mom, you was taking care of your household, and that was it. You was doing whatever you could to make sure Leroy was happy, and that was just that. Mothers was raising their daughters to be wives. You know, they wasn't raising them to be business owners and or entrepreneurs, you know, teachers and lawyers and doctors. You know, they was raising their daughters to be caretakers. They were raising their daughters to take care of the household. That's what was going on in the 50s and the 60s, okay? I mean, I feel like when the 70s came around, in the 70s, people was having babies. 70, 80 people was having babies, and that's kind of when things took a shift, you know, where you got a lot of those single parent households where the mama was just doing it all. You know, she was going to work, she was taking care of the kids, she was providing, she was fixing band-aids and writing checks to pay the rent. That's what moms were doing. So I think we don't have that same balance in a marriage anymore, where the man is the provider and the sole provider. I ain't gonna say a provider, I'm gonna say the sole provider, the one who's providing everything, paying all the bills, taking care of all the needs in the house. We don't have that nowadays. And for real, like, the cost of living is higher. You know, it takes two incomes for real to run a household, unless you have a job where you making six figures a year, then maybe you can live in your means and be okay with a one person income. But it's a struggle, you know. And like I said, women ain't shutting up nowadays. Now maybe they was in the 50s and 60s. They was shutting up. They was just dealing. Just got this egg. They was doing whatever, you know, was expected of them. Now we like, nope, that ain't gonna work for me. And Leroy, if you got a problem, I can move out and pay my own bill. So I think that's I don't think that's the only reason, but I think that's one of the reasons. And I also think that one of the reasons too is that the standards are not high. You know, whatever he giving, you taking. You're not pushing for, and I'm not saying, I've always been taking care of myself since I've been grown, okay? And yeah, I wouldn't mind a man, not just any man, but my man or my provider, to take care of my household, pay the bills. But I think it should be, some things should be 50-50. I ain't about to watch my man struggle, period. I'm not. And I don't want him to watch me struggle either. I want to see us to be able to have like a happy medium. You know, you take care of me, I take care of you. I want that's how I want it to be. I don't want it to be like, oh, well, you got to cook, you got to clean, you know, you got to iron and wash your clothes. I want us to be able to share those responsibilities, because to me, that makes a happy life, you know. But some people, gender roles, they like, I'm not doing that. I'm a man and I ain't washing no clothes. I'm a man and I ain't sweeping no floor, or I mop, you know, that's some things they say. So I think that plays a part too. But I also think too that the standards are low. You know, girls willing to take whatever he willing to give. If he got 2 baby mamas, you willing to be baby mama number 3, 4, 5. Or you willing to be in a relationship with him, he's already in a relationship, you know. It's tough, but that's just how it is, you know. So I think things are just completely different nowadays. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. The question is, how come marriages are not lasting like marriages from our grandparents? The second scenario that I saw, I was watching another person that I watch on here. Her name is KC Connection. So hopefully one day she'll see this video. But I was watching it. I'm full. This is why I'm prolonging. But I was watching it. She said that, here's the scenario. Say you are married and you hit the lottery. Or not you hit the lottery, but your spouse hits the lottery. And they don't tell you. Okay? And I mean, when I say hit the lottery, I mean like hit the lottery for like a large amount of money. The amount of money where you can quit your job and y'all could sell the 7 C's if y'all wanted to. That kind of money. But your spouse doesn't tell you. Well, something happens, let's say 10 years later, and y'all need this large sum of money. And your spouse is like, oh, don't worry about it. You know, we got money in the bank. You know, we got enough to pay for it. And you like, enough to pay for it? Like, what you mean? I mean, y'all been going to work, living y'all life regular, and not really switching up nothing. But then when y'all need this large amount of money, like say you get sick, I think the scenario was the person got sick and they needed enough money to cover these medical bills. And so the spouse like, oh, don't worry about it. You know, we got it covered. We got enough money to pay for it. So now you're like, well, how we got enough money to pay for it? Because we just regular out here. How do we have money? And then the spouse tell you like, oh yeah, you know, 10 years ago, I hit the lottery, so we cool. We don't got to worry about it. So now, are you mad as a spouse? Like, do you have attitude? Do you want to fight? Are you divorcing? Like, what would you do? Because here you are 10 years later and we millionaires and you decided that you just didn't want to tell me. And the reason why you didn't tell me is because you didn't want our lifestyles to change. So tell me, you divorcing or you staying? And if you do divorce, why would you divorce? And if you stay, why would you stay? Because see, I said I'm staying. Am I going to be mad? Yes. Because I feel like we supposed to be spouse. We supposed to be like my best friend. You should have been able to tell me like, babe, I just hit the lottery for $50 million. We rich. But I want to keep it, I want to keep our lifestyle modest and then let us go with that. Don't have me living a certain way, going to work every day, punching no clock when I could be at home and living my life like a millionaire and you knew it. I want to know that. But I feel like, Kennedy, I feel like if you are my spouse, we should be able to talk that out. Like, babe, well, we did win $10 million, but I didn't want to tell you because I don't want you to just blow the money. I want us to live a regular life. And I would have did that. But don't have me 10 years later like, oh, yeah, by the way, we millionaires, so don't worry about it. Oh, I got an attitude. I ain't going to leave you, but I got an attitude. A real one. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all divorcing? Corn good. Or y'all staying? Let me know in the comments, okay? My Instagram name is Jules Life, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, I would greatly, greatly appreciate that as well. You can drop me a DM on Instagram like you got a topic, it could be anonymous or whatever the case may be, but please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Like I said, I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. I will do my best to be better about recording because I do miss you guys and I do like this time. But like I said, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. I love you all. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. And until next time, bye, my jujubes.